What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, do yourself a favor, subscribe, hit that bell notification, come join the team because we getting baddies over here. All right, man, today's video, we getting straight into it. Look, y'all doing no contact and y'all feeling like, is she even thinking about me? Is she even thinking about that boy? Does she think I'm Himothy, or does she think I'm Beta Billy? And the last thing you knew, she thought you was Beta Billy. It's not a lie. You were acting needy, insecure, desperate, doing everything wrong. And she was treating you like Beta Billy because that's exactly what you were acting like. You weren't showing up as the Alpha Andy that she met originally. I told y'all in past videos, y'all need to go back to finding yourself and becoming the 2.0 version of him. If you want to be him, you got to be him. You know what I'm saying? You're doing no contact, you're stressing out. You're like, should I just hit her up? Should I apologize? Should I send her this? Should I pull up? Should I do? Don't do none of that. Absolutely none of that, because you're just gonna be digging yourself a deeper hole. I feel like you guys know this, but yeah, man, you guys are wondering, what is she thinking? Is she gonna miss me? Is she gonna want me back? I know it's probably gonna take a little time. It is gonna take a little time, and it's fine. You know what I mean? But you need to be processing this time the correct way. I already told y'all, y'all need to be in the gym. Y'all need to be first link in the description. By the way, I reopened up the Zoom calls, first link in the description. You can now book. I did take a week off. I was on vacation, actually vacation with my girl, living life, you know? So yeah, anyways, if you guys want to book one, link in the description. The price will be going up probably within the next week and a half. So get it at the low rate that it is now. Anyway, oh yeah, I only have a few more of the Magnetic by Mystic colognes. Cop those. And then after that, we probably gonna do pre-orders. But then again, you have to wait. So if you can get it before it's gone, do that. Look, man, she's gonna regret it. She's gonna regret it. She's gonna think, damn, he did do this. He did do that. He did do all these special things for me when I didn't even ask. That is when women appreciate you the most, is when you go out of your way to do the little things. Now, a lot of times we look at other relationships and we're like, well, this girl getting flown out here. I just did that for my girl, but that's not the point. I don't do that all the time. It was my birthday too, so it was my birthday trip. She just came along. That's not the point. The point is, you see all these big grand gestures that people are doing, and you're thinking women are only going to appreciate guys that do these big over the top things. Now that might be true if she's just a complete gold digger, right? Now let's not sit here and think, oh, she doesn't appreciate it at all. Of course she does appreciate those big grand things, and she does notice it. But what I've noticed over the years of dating women is that at the end of the day, they appreciate the little things more than the big things. That's not to say you shouldn't do big things. Like I just said, I do big things, but I do them far less than I do the little things. And the little things, guess what? They are a lot easier to do than the big things, because the big things, well, for the most part, they cost a lot more money, right? But the little things, those are thoughtful. Those just take a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, but they show that you're giving a lot of appreciation for that person. Because to do little things, I feel like you need to care a lot more than doing big things. A lot of times big things aren't even for that person. It's for your ego, or it's for ulterior motives. Like you're just trying to clap cheeks and you're just trying to like flex and you're trying to do the most just to show that you can do it. But when you do the little things, opening the door, the car door, you know what I mean, every time. Mister, that's simping. All right. If you think that's simping and that's your girl, don't be mad when you lose her and you calling me like, Missy, why did she leave me? Did you do the little things? I'm trying to tell you, It's only simping when you make it a big deal, okay? So don't make it a big deal. Just do it like it's regular. You open the door for her because you're a gentleman, and that's what you do, right? You check in on her at the end of the day. Yes, she hits you up, or, you know, you hit her up. But obviously, I want her to hit you up because that's what I teach and that's what I preach, is for her to hit you up. But, you know, if you haven't heard from her and you know that she's going through a lot and she's probably stressed out with work, and you guys have talked about this in the past, it's okay. Check up on your bae. Say, hey, just checking in. Because you want to make it clear that you're not trying to bother her. You're not doing this because you're feeding for her attention. You're not being needy. You're not being greedy. You're just being a human. You know what I mean? And a lot of times we lose that trait of just being human in relationships because we start to overthink. And human connection is the #1 thing that's going to attract her, because that's what she's looking for. Just someone that treats her human. Most men treat her like an object. Most men treat her as disposable. Most men treat her as transactional relationship. And I know a lot of guys will be like, well, you know, girls do that too. Girls are doing that now, and they're treating us like, you know, just transactional. Like, what can we provide for them? That's because a lot of men have been doing this for years and years and years. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they've caught on. They've caught on, and they're not putting up with it no more. So what do? They do the damn same thing. You know, like, look at music these days. Music has changed so much to the point where women are basically making songs that men make. Because, you know, men are like, oh, we don't need a woman for this, we don't need a woman for that, we treat them like this, we flip them, da 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 da. And now women are saying the same things. Now here we are, you know? So I'm kind of getting off track of the whole topic of this video, but I'm just speaking from the mind. This is raw, this is real, this is uncut. But yeah, man, she will regret it. She will regret it because she's going to start to miss all the little things. Now, if you don't know what the little things are that you did, I mean, I'm sure you do know the little things because you did little things. Everyone has done little things, especially if you cared about your girl at all. You know, if you just didn't care at all, you probably didn't do little things. And that's a red flag right there. And maybe she won't regret it because you didn't do any little things. And you just messed up completely. And you need to just let it go. I mean, you need to let it go regardless. But this is for the people that treated a woman how they should have been treated, but messed up towards the end. Did a lot of bad things, right? Because she's going to forget about all the bad things as time goes on. But slowly, she's gonna remember, all right, shit, he did this, he did that. I can't dwell on the past. If I dwell on the past, I mean, I'm just gonna be hurting myself. Like, not dwelling on the past, like dwelling on the negativity of the past, right? Right before the relationship ended, or just, you know, the toxic traits that you guys shared in the relationship. Because, like, let's be real, moving forward, she's not gonna find a lot of guys that do the little things. A lot of guys are gonna try to do the big things. They're gonna try to flex. They're gonna try to, you know, lead with their money, lead with what they can do, what they can provide, their connections, all of this. But a guy that just does the little things, he's showing, look, I might not got it right now. Maybe you do got it, but you don't want to lead with your money because, you know what I mean? Like, that's a bad look, because then she's just gonna use you. You want somebody that really loves you for you. But outside of doing the big things, you do the little things because you show that, hey, I appreciate you. I'm willing to go over and beyond to make you happy. You know what I mean? And women appreciate that immensely. We use the big words, fellas. Immensely. And over time, she's just gonna regret it more and more. She's gonna regret it. She's gonna look back, damn, I really gave up a good dude over some things that we probably could have fixed, we could have worked through. And, you know, maybe she did try. Maybe she really genuinely tried to make it work, but she just couldn't, because you just couldn't snap out of it and just turn on your alpha. She tried to give you hints. She tried to be like, you should do this, you should change this, you should stop doing this. But you didn't. You didn't. You need to take the signs. You need to take the hints. You're slowly pushing her away. A lot of times they don't even tell you. They just remove themselves completely, or slowly. It's slowly, obviously. They start removing themselves. They start being more distant, stop texting you back as much, start making more excuses for why they can't hang out or do this or do that. They stop being as sexual, as freaky, because they probably got attention from some guy that's probably doing the little things and being alpha. Not giving them as much attention, not being so codependent, so needy, so desperate, so like angry, lashing out at them, doing all the wrong things. All right. So during no contact, stay strong, because you have this working in your favor, that if you have done the little things in the past, no matter how many bad things you have done, breathe, let it go. All the little things are gonna slowly come back into her mind, because they are in her subconscious, not in her conscious. In her conscious right now, she's probably freaking out. She's probably thinking about all the bad stuff. But then over time, it goes slowly back to her subconscious, and then she's thinking about, damn, you really was the man. And then she's gonna come back to see if you changed. And if you've been working on yourself, you've been grinding, you've been doing right, getting right, she's gonna give you another chance. that is it for the video for today. If you guys liked it, please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button down below. Also down below, copy you some social on occasion drip, copy you some Magnetic by Mr. Cologne, book you a one-on-one Zoom call before the prices go up. And until next time, focus on you, and the women will too.
I know some bitties in Cali, they all be calling me daddy. I know some hoes out in Texas, they all be showing affection.